Is it just me, or have you ever felt like the world, be it family, friends, work, even your own goals, is demanding more, like more of you, more of your energy? Like everything is just more, 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 and even at a faster rate. Is it just me? Is it me? It feels like doing more is the only way to survive, the only way to feel like you're important, the only way to feel fulfilled, the only way to feel like you're on the right track, like you are accomplished, you are achieving. And being exhausted now feels like it's some badge of honor, and it is proof that you have been productive. Nah. I have to rewrite that story because exhaustion has shown me the pits. And you know what the scary part is? Even rest now feels like pressure. Rest has to be curated. Rest is feeling like you're a failure, like you're weak, like some other thing that you just have to check off your to-do list. And now there's even this thing whole, what do they call it? Resting productively. It's like you must heal faster, glow faster, grow faster. If you ever reset, then reset faster. If you ever fall, come back like immediately. Like, where are we rushing to? Where am I rushing to? Where have I been rushing to? Why am I rushing? Who said I should rush? Nah, I got to a point sometime end of last year where I was like, this cannot be life. This definitely cannot be my life. Actually, life forced me to rest. Life forced me to chill. So welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something I feel like we've all forgotten. Well, I had forgotten: the art of doing nothing. I am currently on a 365-day journey of reinvention. I think I'm on day 110. I started last year in September. Something that's really resonated with me during the first 100 days, something that life has actually forced me to learn, is the art of doing nothing. And when we say the art of doing nothing, I don't mean nothing like being lazy, like nothing, wasting your time away, kind of nothing. No, that's not it. What I mean is doing nothing in a way that restores you, in a way that fills your cup, in a way that reconnects you to yourself, in a way that rejuvenates you, in a way that makes you feel connected to your friends, to your family, to everyday life. Because let's be honest, in today's world, work is loud. Social media is loud. Everything is just loud. And the only way to do nothing is to step back, step out of it, and just stop. In this season of reinvention, I've learned that sometimes the most productive you can be is when you're doing nothing. Cliche, right? Let's be real here for a minute. Some of us, we do not know how to relax. I do not know how to relax. Every time I'm resting, relaxing, I would feel guilty. I still do feel guilty, but I am learning to really relax, do nothing. You know, like that moment when you sit down and your brain starts running. Okay, what am I doing next? What email do I need to reply to? Should I plan my week now? Did I do something useful today? It's like you're resting physically, but mentally you're sprinting. Mentally, you're still on some marathon. Mentally, there is no rest at all. And that burnout is not a cute outfit, girl. Hear it from me. Like, hear it from me. That burnout is just not cute. This topic is really personal for me because I lived it and I went through it. Wow. So, backstory. On my journey, the 365-day journey of reinvention, I'm using the 12-week year, and I had split my year into 4 phases of 12-week periods. So the first 12 weeks ended somewhere in, I think, first week of December. And in each period, I have 1 week where I reset, rest, reflect, and plan for the next 12-week period. So I had 7 days to rest, to plan, to reflect, 7 days to do whatever I wanted, like just to check what went right in the previous 12-week period, what I would be carrying into the next phase, or what I would be concentrating on, right? Okay, you following? So in those 7 days, in those 7 days, I just really realized that I was empty, depleted, drowning emotionally, physically, mentally. Like I would just sit and start crying. I would just sleep the whole day, wake up and still feel tired. No, I was just not okay. So I realized I need to pour into me, pour into Gracie. I need to feed me. I need to connect with self. I just needed to show up for myself. And so what did I do? I paused my 365-day journey, and then I extended my rest from 7 days to 35 days because I felt like I needed to enter the new year in this phase of rest. I didn't want to rush. I don't want to feel that, new year, new me, new goals, don't kind of thing. I really wanted to replenish, pour into myself, water myself. I extended my 7-day break, not because I was being dramatic, but because I realized that I had no capacity to carry 2026. I had no capacity to show up for my daughter as a parent. I had no capacity to show up for my family. I had no capacity to show up for my friends. I had no capacity to show up in my work because I was empty. I needed to heal. I needed to believe in myself again. And the only way that life was teaching me how to do that was actually to do nothing. And because I also realized that I would just feel irritated, I was feeling depleted around people. So I knew that really I did not have the capacity for 2026. And so my break actually was 10 days in Spain in Fuerteventura. By the way, I really, really recommend Fuerteventura as a holiday destination, beautiful place. I had no schedule. I had no pressure. I had no what is next. It was just peace, eating, sleeping, reading, watching Christmas movies, taking walks by the beach, all that. Yeah. And then the next 10 days, I spent it with family and friends. I visited my friend and her daughter, my niece, talented girl. She had a show, The Sound of Music, beautiful musical. It was so beautiful at that moment. I can still picture her dancing on stage, and it really lit a fire in my heart. And being there for my friend as well. And then we had long dinners, the kind of dinners where you're not rushing, like the kind of dinners where you feel like the restaurant owners are going to be like, hey, can you go? We need this table for another family or something like that. Those are the kind of long dinners we had. It was just presence. It was just us being present for each other. It was just laughter, us talking, us leaving, us being there, me fully being there. And like there was nothing we were doing. We were just home. It was just pure gold. Like I love that. I am looking forward to such moments in 2026. And then the last 10 days, I was, what was the word? Intentional. Actually, I was intentional with spending the last 10 days of my break with my daughter and my father, just enjoying and relishing moments of family, just ordinary day-to-day living, just normal things that actually matter, and just showing up for each other on a daily basis. And sometimes we don't need a luxury life. We need a quiet life. We need soft reset. We need to breathe again. We need our family to help us rest, reset, and rejuvenate. And then the last few days of my break, I spent it alone. Like I think it was 3 to 5 days. I spent it alone, reflecting and planning for the new year, planning for 2026, and planning on how I would incorporate the art of doing nothing, be it on a daily basis, monthly basis. But yeah, we are not doing that burnt out thing again. No, we know better. Now let's talk about why doing nothing feels hard, because really it is hard. And I feel like we've been taught or programmed that our value, our worth is when we're being productive, when we are doing more, when we are on top of things. Like you have to be on top of things. You have to be doing something. You have to be checking something off your to-do list, of your goal list. You have to be adding another task. It's never ending. Like it's always, what's next? Where should I go? What should I do? What's the next task? We never give ourselves room to breathe, room to rest. Is it just me? Or even on off days, you're not really off, you're working. Even when you're saying you're resting, you're overstimulating yourself. Now there's TikTok, Netflix, Facebook, WhatsApp. Like, it's just a lot. Like, do you really, rest? Like, even 5 minutes of silence, 5 minutes of stillness. We cannot. We are addicted now to this productivity. We're addicted to just being on this treadmill of life where we are just running. There's always another thing to do. It's like we're addicted to stimulation now. We're addicted to checking off our to-do list. Yeah. So even when we say we're resting, we're still consuming, still processing, still thinking, still absorbing, still doing something. And our brain never really just rests. Our brain never really just takes a break. So let's define it properly. Doing nothing doesn't mean you're doing nothing with your life. It means you're choosing stillness. It means you're giving your nervous system a chance to reset. Doing nothing can look like sitting down quietly with your cup of coffee, cup of tea, staring out the window, lying down without your phone, walking slowly without even tracking your steps, or walking intentionally without even being on the phone. And I'm guilty of this because sometimes when I'm taking a walk, I am calling friends and family, catching up. Nothing wrong. There are times where you really just crave you being your own audience, you know? Sitting by the sun doing absolutely nothing is another example. Letting your mind breathe. It's simple. But in today's world, that is rare. And let me say this. Rest is not laziness. Rest is not weakness. Rest is maintenance. Rest is wisdom. Rest is choosing you. Rest is replenishing yourself. Rest is pouring into yourself so that you can pour into others. Rest is pouring into yourself so that you have the capacity to do what you need to do tomorrow, to do what you need to do next month, to do what you need to do 3 months from now. So, girl, hear it from me. Hear it from a girl who was functioning high on anxiety, high on stimulation, who broke down in a very, very ugly way. But I'm thankful for it. Burnout is not cute. Like, trust me, you do not want to wear burnout. I'm sorry to tell you this, but if you do not rest, your body is going to choose it for you. It will look like burnout. It will look like anxiety attacks. It will look like panic attacks. It will look like you being irritable just because your coffee didn't taste as good as it was yesterday. It will look like you snapping at people. It will look like a low mood. It will look like you just crying randomly. It will look like me crying on a bus, just crying. It will sometimes look like everything is too much for you. It will look like you cannot face tomorrow, but that is not weakness. That is just exhaustion. That is just your body communicating to you that go rest. Like just do nothing for a while, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. Rest. I remember reading Tuesdays with Morrie, and even though he doesn't explicitly use the word the art of doing nothing, but his whole message is basically slow down, stop chasing, and learn to be present. So if you've never read Tuesdays with Morrie, it's about Mitch, who was a former student of his old professor. Morrie is on his deathbed and they reconnect. So every Tuesday, Mitch visits Morrie and they talk about different life lessons. Like, I recommend reading this book. It's packed with so many nuggets. I mean, it's a short read, very short, easy to read, easy to follow. So through these Tuesday conversations that they had, Morrie teaches Mitch. What do I say? Yes, Morrie teaches Mitch like the greatest lessons of life. And for me, the theme that I picked up from here was presence. Being present over being productive. Morrie teaches that your worth isn't in business or achievements. It's in how you love and connect and you live. And it's also about slowing down to feel life. Like, he talks about how people rush throughout life, distracted by work, money, status, and goals, and miss what actually matters. And choosing stillness intentionally, Morrie embraces simple moments, talking, sitting, reflecting, enjoying people that's doing nothing, but that's actually living. And the one that I really love is detaching from the culture of more, where he criticizes always wanting more mindset, which is exactly what keeps people exhausted and never satisfied. Rest as wisdom. The book shows that peace comes when you stop proving yourself and start being grounded in what's meaningful. So again, this is the book Tuesdays with Morrie. I think doing nothing gives you the ability to be present, because when I slowed down, I just wasn't resting. I was reconnecting. And I wasn't just reconnecting to myself. I was reconnecting with my friends. I was reconnecting with my family. I was reconnecting with my values. I was reconnecting with what I believe in. Morrie touches on not being trapped in culture, this more culture, this faster, do more, achieve more, work more, prove more, where we're constantly chasing. And that constant chase is what gets us exhausted. That constant chase is what gets us depleted. It is what gets us on empty, and you're never actually really leaving. So the art of doing nothing is also the art of stepping out of that culture, choosing your life on purpose. And another lesson I learned in my 35 days of rest, doing nothing, is that the smallest of things actually become the richest of things, like sunlight, a good meal, a good walk, conversation, a good conversation, family. That's real wealth. Now, let's talk about guilt for a minute, because I feel like the guilt, we are conditioned to feel guilty about rest, because personally, I don't like feeling guilty that I'm resting, but I do feel guilty that I'm resting. I am resting, but I am stressing that, I have a pile of things to do, but here I am feeling guilty. We're sitting down, but our mind is listing the things we should be doing or we could be doing right now. But the truth is that guilt is not your personality. It is conditioning. We have been conditioned to think that resting means you're being irresponsible, and that being busy is the only way you're serious. That tiredness means you're working hard. So even when we have time, we do not know how to be still. We have to rewire our brains, rewire our mindset to accept and to learn that resting is actually being productive. I believe if we've been conditioned to feel guilty about rest, we can recondition ourselves to unlearn that guiltiness. And it really starts small and it's intentional. Like, take 5 minutes, don't be on your phone, or 5 minutes, don't multitask. Just sit down, rest, drink a cup of coffee, drink your tea, and enjoy the moment. Hear yourself breathe, listen to your environment, take a long walk alone, no phone, you're not even counting your steps. It's just you, your walk, and you're just fully present. Or even a small thing like having dinner with your family, you sit down at your table and you just connect. You talk about your day, whatever it is that you want to talk about. No phones, no rushing, no, we need to do the plates, chop. Just take it slow, take it easy. I mean, we are here to live, and let us live, let us fully present. Sometimes just have no agenda, just have a day with no agenda, just doing nothing. Or have a simple one I like is I do 1 hour of no input in the mornings. I don't touch my phone. I don't listen to news. I don't do social media. It's just me. And if you're faith girly like me, it's just me and my Bible, me and God, me and the Word of God. That's my input. I heard a phrase, romanticize your boredom. Like, there's one time, I think it was last summer, I literally just took my coloring book, took my blanket, laid it out in my landlord's garden, and I was just there. I drank my water. I made it look fancy, but really there was nothing, but it was just me pouring into myself. So just romanticize your boredom. If you're an affirmation girly, say it out loud. I am allowed to rest. I do not need to earn rest. My worth is not my productivity. It sounds simple, right? But it's powerful. And this one is for the faith girlies. I mean, even God rested on the 7th day. God rested. Who am I? Whomst am I? But honestly, on a serious note, who am I not to rest if God rested? So yeah, this is your reminder. You do not always need to be fixing, grinding, checking off boxes, achieving. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop, sit, breathe, do nothing, and let your soul catch with your body. The question for you: when was the last time you actually rested? When was the last time you actually did nothing? When was the last time you actually connected with yourself? When was the last time you actually connected with family? And without feeling guilty at that? So if you're currently on a journey of reinvention, a journey of learning yourself, a journey of rebuilding yourself or rebuilding your life, come on, please join. Let us rebuild together. Let us reinvent together. Please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.